Welcome back to Quiz Bliss. Think you know your elves from your orcs, your hobbits from your horcruxes? In today's challenge, which fantasy movie is this character from? We're putting your magical memory to the test. Challenge your fellow fantasy nerds, drop your score in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more epic trivia. Let's begin. Question 1. Gandalf, the iconic wizard with serious beard power. Which movie is he from? The Witcher, The Lord of the Rings, or Harry Potter? Choose wisely. Yes, it is The Lord of the Rings. Number 2. Aslan, the mighty lion with a voice like thunder and a heart of gold. Which fantasy world is he from? Aragon, the Golden Compass, or the Chronicles of Narnia? Yes, correct. Aslan is from the Chronicles of Narnia. Number 3. This one is easy. Frodo Baggins, tiny feet, giant burden. Which movie is he from? The Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, or The Hobbit? Of course, he is from The Lord of the Rings. Number 4. Daenerys Targaryen, breaker of chains and hearts. Which fantasy land is she from? The Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, or The Witcher? Correct, she is from Game of Thrones. Number 5, Lyra Belacqua, curious, clever, and always clutching a compass. Which movie is she from? Remember, this is the movie, not the series. Is it The Mortal Instruments, His Dark Materials, or The Golden Compass? Yes, The Golden Compass. Next question. Geralt of Rivia, monster slayer with a gravelly voice. Is he from Shadow and Bone, The Witcher, or Dungeons and Dragons? Yes, correct. He is from The Witcher. Now this is Toothless, the cutest dragon you'll ever meet. Which movie is he from? Raya and the Last Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon, or Aragon? Correct, he is from How to Train Your Dragon. Number 8, let's see if you know this one. Galadriel, glowing elf queen with serious sparkle. Which movie is she from? The Lord of the Rings, The Witcher, or Narnia? She is from The Lord of the Rings. Did you get it right? Number 9, Percy Jackson, half human, half god, all attitude. This one must be easy. Is he from Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Harry Potter, or Artemis Fowl? Of course he is from Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Next, this is another elf, Legolas, the elf with flawless aim and perfect hair. Which movie is he from? Aragon, The Lord of the Rings, or The Hunger Games? Yes, he is from The Lord of the Rings. This is Elsa, the queen who let it go and froze it all. Which movie is she from? Brave, Frozen, or Enchanted? Of course, Elsa is the queen of Frozen. Question 12. Thalia Grace, daughter of Zeus with a rebellious edge and fierce loyalty. Where can you find her? In The Witcher, Percy Jackson, or the Spiderwick Chronicles? Oh yes, she is from Percy Jackson. Number 13, Zuko, a firebender torn between honor and redemption, with a scar that tells his story. Guess where is he from between Avatar, The Last Airbender, Mulan, or The Dragon Prince? The answer is Avatar, The Last Airbender. What about this one? Firenze, a centaur with cosmic wisdom. Do you think he is from Narnia, Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts? You can find him in Harry Potter. This one is a prince named Prince Philip, the kind-hearted royal who believes love can break any curse. Where can you find him? Enchanted, Maleficent, or Shrek the Third? Prince Philip is from Maleficent. Next, Yvain, a fallen star with a fiery heart. If you remember this fantasy gem from the 2000s, consider yourself a true fairy tale connoisseur. In which magical tale does she shine? Stardust, Ella Enchanted, or The Princess Bride? That's right, Yvain is from Stardust movie. Number 17, Katara, waterbending with grace and grit. Which movie is she from? Raya and the Last Dragon, Avatar, The Last Airbender, or Atlantis? Katara is from Avatar, The Last Airbender. Next one, this is Elphaba, the misunderstood witch with a big voice. Which movie does she belong? Wicked, Hocus Pocus, or The Craft? Yes, Elphaba is from Wicked. Number 19, Korg, rock-hard warrior with a soft heart. In which movie does he appear? Justice League, Thor, Ragnarok, or Shazam? He appears in Thor, Ragnarok. This is Griphook, goblin banker with serious vault access. Do you remember him? Which movie brought this character to life? Harry Potter, The Hobbit, or The Witcher? Correct. Griphook is from Harry Potter. Question 21. Clary Frey, red-haired, rune-marked, and suddenly thrust into a shadowy underworld. Where does her story begin? The Mortal Instruments, Divergent, or Twilight? Clary Frey is from The Mortal Instruments. Number 22. The White Witch, Winter's Queen with icy ambition. Which movie is she from? The Chronicles of Narnia, Enchanted, or maybe The Huntsman? Yes, she appears in The Chronicles of Narnia. Next, this is Ravenna, a queen so vain, even mirrors fear her. In which film does she cast her wicked spell? The Huntsman, Winter's War, Maleficent, or Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Ravenna casted her wicked spell in The Huntsman, Winter's War. Now this one must be easy. Ariel, red-haired mermaid with a voice worth stealing. Okay, name the movie. Brave, The Little Mermaid, or Moana? Of course she is from The Little Mermaid. Number 25, Shuri, genius inventor, royal tech whiz, and sister with serious style. Where did she first dazzle us? Black Panther, Eternals, or Iron Man 3? Yes, the answer is Black Panther. Question 26, Mr. Tumnus, part goat, full friend. Which fancy land is he from? Narnia, Alice in Wonderland, or Legend? He is from Narnia. Next one, so this is Tin Man, rusted stiff, yet always searching for a heart. Where does this silver soul belong? The Wizard of Oz, Edward Scissorhands, or Alice in Wonderland? He is from The Wizard of Oz. Number 28, Wong, master of mystic arts and guardian of ancient knowledge. Which movie conjured him into action? Doctor Strange, The Matrix, or The Eternals? Yes, he is from Doctor Strange. Question 29. Luna Lovegood, dreamy eyes, deadly insight. From which magical land does she rise? Harry Potter, Twilight, or maybe Aragon? Correct, she is from Harry Potter. Number 30. Saphira, loyal, wise, and winged with a breath of blue flame. Which fantasy tale does she soar through? Aragon, How to Train Your Dragon, or House of the Dragon? Yes, she is from Aragon. Next question. This is Alice Cullen, fashion-loving, future-seeing, and fiercely loyal. Which supernatural saga is she part of? Twilight, Vampire Academy, or Shadowhunters? Alice Cullen, Edward's clairvoyant and stylish sister, is from Twilight. Now, do you know this one? Merida, wild hair, wilder spirit. Which movie is she from? Brave, Tangled, or Moana? Yes, she shines in Brave. Next, this one is Magnus Bane, glitter-loving warlock with centuries of charm and magic. Which shadowy universe is he part of? Fantastic Beasts, Shadowhunters, or the Sandman? Magnus Bane is part of Shadowhunters. Question 34. Newt Scamander, shy magizoologist with a suitcase full of magical creatures. Which Wizarding World adventure is he from? Fantastic Beasts, Harry Potter, or the Spiderwick Chronicles? Yes, he is the main character in Fantastic Beasts. Number 35. Donkey, talks too much, but means well. Which legendary tale brought him to life? Frozen, Shrek, or Madagascar? Yes, this cutie is from Shrek. Next question. Maui, demigod of the wind and sea. What world of wonder does he call home? Moana, Hercules, or Encanto? Yes, Maui is from Moana. Now, do you remember this one? King Julian, party-loving lemur who just wants to move it, move it. Which wild animated world is he from? Madagascar, Rio, or Zootopia? Yes, that's right, he is from Madagascar. Next, this is Dream, master of dreams, shaper of nightmares, and ruler of the dreaming. Which dark fantasy series does he belong to? The Sandman, Good Omens, or American Gods? Correct, he is from The Sandman. Number 39, Aziraphale, angelic book lover with a fondness for Earth and a certain demon. Which quirky apocalyptic tale is he part of? Good Omens, Lucifer, or The Sandman? Yes, Good Omens, where Aziraphale teams up with a demon to save the world. Question 40. The Mad Hatter, tea-obsessed, delightfully deranged, and full of riddles. Which whimsical world does he belong to? Alice in Wonderland, Coraline, or Peter Pan? The Mad Hatter is a famous character from Alice in Wonderland. Now, I bet you know this one. Gomez Addams, dashing, devoted, and delightfully dramatic. Which spooky household does he lead with flair? The Addams Family, Dark Shadows, or the Munsters? Yes, Gomez Addams is the charming and eccentric head of the Addams Family. Okay, this one is a bit tricky. Dr. Grace Augustine, a tough, no-nonsense scientist studying alien life on a lush moon called Pandora. Which sci-fi epic does she belong to? Avatar, Dune, or Interstellar? Dr. Grace Augustine is the main scientist in Avatar. Number 43. Korra, a mysterious warrior with a hidden past and a fight against galactic tyranny. Which sci-fi saga does she lead? Rebel Moon, Star Wars, or Guardians of the Galaxy? Korra is the lead character in Rebel Moon. Now, this is the Evil Queen, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. What realm of fantasy does she haunt? Snow White, Maleficent, or Sleeping Beauty? The Evil Queen in Snow White is known for asking her mirror who the fairest of them all is. Number 45, the other mother, button-eyed and bone-chilling, with a smile that hides something sinister. Which eerie stop-motion tale does she appear? Frankenweenie, The Nightmare Before Christmas, or Coraline? This creepy mother is from Coraline. Next, number 46, Roronoa Zoro, sword-wielding pirate with a terrible sense of direction, but unmatched loyalty. Which high seas adventure is he part of? One Piece, Naruto, or Attack on Titan? Correct, Roronoa Zoro is from One Piece. Do you know this one? No Face, a silent spirit who devours greed and follows a lonely path through a world of magic. Which Studio Ghibli masterpiece does he haunt? Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke, or Spirited Away? No Face is from Spirited Away. Still made by Studio Ghibli, this one is Sophie, a shy hat maker cursed into old age who finds courage in a walking castle. Which Studio Ghibli tale is her story? Howl's Moving Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, or The Wind Rises? Yes, she appears in Howl's Moving Castle. I am sure you know Jon Snow, a brooding swordsman who knows nothing, yet bears the weight of the realm. Which epic fantasy series does he fight for? The Witcher, Vikings, or Game of Thrones? For sure, Jon Snow is from the epic Game of Thrones. Okay, last question. Klaus Hargreaves, a sarcastic medium who talks to the dead and parties through the pain. Which dysfunctional superhero series is he from? The Umbrella Academy, Doom Patrol, or Lucifer? Hope you got it right, he is from the Umbrella Academy. Congratulations, you made it to the final question. Legend status unlocked. How many did you nail? Brag a little and drop your score below. Craving more pop culture chaos? Hit that subscribe and stay tuned for the next trivia adventure.